Hello there, my gorgeous soul peeps and soul fam. You're here in another reading by Tarot by Cassy, asking today, or actually letting us know today, that this message was meant to find you. So if you have come across this message, then there is something in here for you, something you need to know, something that you need to be aware of. In saying that, it is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. And if you want to jump straight through to your pile already, you can check out the timestamps in the description or in the comments. If not, stay a little while we do this introduction. Firstly, I just really want to thank the people that have been watching my videos, and especially those who have subscribed, commented, or liked. Any or all of those things means such a big they are such a big deal to me. They mean so much to me, so much so that, see, even I'm getting my turds wangled, as my dad used to say. Also, there may be a bit of noise throughout this reading. I'm doing it with the door open in the hopes that my dog Billy will just come in and settle, but he may well come in and flap his giant bull Arab ears, and just generally make a bit of noise. So if it's a little bit disruptive in the background, I'm really sorry. I'm just trying to see what happens, as I said, if I leave the door open, because when I shut him out, he becomes a bit of a sook for the rest of the afternoon. So there's that. And then thirdly, today we're using a few decks, but we're kicking it off with the Pot Tarot. Some of you may not be that impressed by that, and you might tune out right now if you haven't already worked out what the images are on this. I just want to say you do not have to partake of marijuana in any way, shape, or form in order to get a message from this reading, or even just to get into the cards. They're really quite whimsical. They're very cute. My most favorite card is the Chariot card because it's a combi, and if you know me well, you will know that I adore combis. But yeah, just wanted to get that little disclaimer out there. If you have anything against pot, weed, marijuana, Mary Jane, don't want to have anything to do with it, well then this obviously isn't the reading for you, and you might find that you prefer one of my other readings, or even another reader. But if you like the whimsy of these cards like I do, well then please stick around. We have 3 piles today. Pile number 1 is the number 9 of Bongs, which I believe is the 9 of Cups in the traditional tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Ace of Pipes. Pipes being wands. I think wands? No, maybe pipes are swords. And the Knight of Pipes for pile number 3. So guys, pause the video if you need to meditate on the cards to see which one you would like to choose. Otherwise, jump through via the timestamps. You can pick more than one if you want. If one isn't resonating, you can always jump out of it and into another one. And I am really looking forward to seeing you in your reading. Hello there, my pile number 1. If you chose this card, the 9 of Pipes, then you are my pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So this is very much a card of prosperity. You have 9 whole pipes going on here, and they're all beautiful and in perfect shape. So you have possibly been achieving something up until now, and it's really starting to come into fruition. Things are starting to happen for you. And if that's not the case, then maybe that is what is coming in. So we'll grab some more cards from our Pot Tarot deck, and I am going to read from the book because each card, while they do focus on similar meanings to the Rider-Waite, at the same time there is a little bit more information with these that is pot specific, which is rather cute. The Fool. Yeah, there's good things going on for you, pile number 1. The Fool, the buds are falling out of the bag in this one, so I'm not sure if that'll say anything different in the book, but the Fool is all about stepping into a new adventure. So I feel that you are experiencing, or will be experiencing, a lot of prosperity and the opportunity to try your hand at something new, or for a new adventure. Something is coming in that's going to bring in something very new for you, and you'll be looking forward to stepping off into the void, into the unknown, to try out this new thing. Interesting. The 5 of Buds. Buds is Pentacles, and the 5 of Buds is, or the 5 of Pentacles is being shut out of something, not having anything really grow in this current state. So we have a new adventure to step off into, and then a period of stagnancy. Let's get another card to clarify that one, definitely. trying to feel how many cards I want to pull. Interesting. And the 6 of buds, being able to be generous. Okay, so you're not going to find things difficult. Pile number 1 is what I'm getting. I think you might have a fear around being shut out of something or trying to produce something and it just not growing. Yeah, and the 5 of joints, which would be the 5 of wands in the traditional deck, and so struggling with your own thoughts, maybe a bit of infighting with someone, conflict, but it could also be conflict in your own self and something that you were struggling with, which is what I'm feeling here with the 5 of buds as well. But in actual fact, there is a lot of good news here, pile number 1. There is a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of ability to be able to have the best of both worlds over here and to decide how much you might want to give away. And you're losing buds over here, but look how many you actually have. So you're stepping off, employing your buds to go towards something bigger, like planting the seeds to sow something much bigger. And again, guys, I have to mention it, if you're still here with all the mention of buds, you do not have to be a smoker. It's just what the literal representation is in these cards. But we'll read from the book to get you a little bit more information. So let me see, the suit of bongs represents cups. Yes, okay, at least I've got that much right. The 9 of bongs, what an embarrassment of riches. A dream come true even. Bongs and bud as far as the eye can see. And it's so funny, I was looking at how cute these bongs look. I wasn't even looking at all of the buds that you have surrounding them. This card is about dreams fulfilled, prosperity, joy, and happiness. You've struggled to get here and earn this moment of mellow satisfaction. Yeah, so you have struggled to get here, pile number 1. Wherever you're at right now, it might be a case of things are feeling so good that you are really worried about actually embracing them. Maybe you have come through a time of real anxiety and worry, and it has been really difficult to do anything but stress, and now you no longer have to stress. It feels like if you were to give that up, you wouldn't know what else to do with yourself. Or as soon as you give that up, something is going to go wrong, things are going to turn bad, and you aren't going to be in this wonderful position anymore. I feel like the message that's meant for you is that it is okay to feel happy. It is okay for you to feel safe right now in whatever it is that you're experiencing. Now with the Fool, well, don't be, fooled. This card is not an admonition of any sort, and I think I've pronounced that right, admonition. Rather, the Fool/Jester is all of us as we set out, innocence braving the unknown, taking a calculated risk on a new beginning, a leap of faith, buying your first baggie, if you will. There is plenty of reason for optimism and promise. Yeah, so exactly what I've just said. So right now, I think, yeah, this card has very much made it clear that you have come through a difficult time to get here. It hasn't been easy. And so I feel that you are worrying. These cards of worry are you being concerned that to feel too happy about anything that you're experiencing is going to then take away the good in what you are experiencing, that you are going to be reduced to, like these dead plants here, reduced to ashes. Things will burn to the ground and all of your happiness will be taken away, and you need to keep in this stressed out, worrisome mindset, thinking ahead, worrying what's going to happen next, being concerned for the future, being overly caught up in the past because you're scared that if you don't stop worrying, then, if you do stop worrying, then all of this good energy, all of these good vibes, all of this prosperity and abundance, whatever it is that has come in for you, and it's likely very much emotional abundance being cups as well. It could be that you have possibly had a bit of a windfall in some way or another with money, but this is more of an emotional card, and so maybe your relationship has really been on the up and up, or maybe you have met someone new and things are going really well with them, or you just don't have any drama in your friend group. But whatever it is, you have had a lot of emotional happiness and fulfillment and contentment come in, but I feel that you're keeping it blocked for fear of it going away. So the 5 of buds shows up to warn of hardship, whether it be financial, material, or personal, as represented here by woefully failed pot growth. Or perhaps these are your greatest fears. Absolutely, okay. Either way, this card heralds tough times, but offers a reminder that it is all temporary. So yeah, I feel like even if you, especially with this one over here, if you go through a rough spot, and things feel as though they are starting to fall apart, please know that it is only temporary. It's a bump in the road. And I feel that you've experienced things before where what should have been a bump in the road was actually an absolutely catastrophic mountain. And it has really done a lot of damage to you. And so therefore now, when things are good, and maybe you were not always this way, maybe this is something that has only started to happen because you have faced some really catastrophic tower moments. Now you are really worried that any bump that you hit, any little speed bump, is going to be much bigger than what you'd anticipated, and it's going to take your happiness away. But the Six of Buds here represents impending generosity, but whose? Is the stash in the open jars yours to share or yours to enjoy? You may be at either giving or receiving end of a gift or resource. Think beyond money. Perhaps your wealth lies in time and energy. Whichever side of the transaction you fall on, this is about being in community with others and living in the spirit of cooperation, like every good token knows. Yeah, so I really do feel that whether you step into something new and it maybe doesn't kick off as well as you thought it would, someone's going to come in and give you a hand with it. Or you're going to find that actually where it feels like things aren't going that well, you realize that you're in a better place and you have more resources. And as the card said, possibly whether it's time or energy, it may be something more than money, but you will find that you do have more resources to be able to give some away in order to help somebody else out. And so you are not doing as badly as what you may fear that you are. When this pothole comes along, excuse the pun, I had to say that, no, this speed hump comes along, you are not going to find that it's the be-all, end-all of everything. It will be a rocky phase that you will come through and then be able to see on the other side that things are far more positive than the way that you have been looking at them. And now for the Five of Joints, it seems that there is competition and confusion at every turn. The obstacles and the arguments both seem endless, and misunderstandings abound, especially since even badly rolled joints can do the trick. Regardless of how it looks, your handiwork is smokable, so stay strong and stand your ground. Yeah, so I really do feel that this is a big message. So far, my pile number ones, I'm going to sip of my coffee. That's the other thing I didn't mention in the intro, is that I'll be drinking my coffee. But yeah, I feel that you have a lot of fears around whatever it is that you have managed to manifest in for yourself, and that is bringing good in, and you're only focusing on the negative. So with this card, and I mean, there is actually one perfectly rolled joint in the middle of this card. They're not all wonky and not quite right, and the only one I think that you wouldn't be able to smoke is this one over here with a tear in it. But that's the thing about joints, you can always undo them and pour them back into your bowl and re-roll them, and then you've got new joints. So you can always continuously practice until you get that perfect joint that's here. But all of these are still smokable. They're not, this is not a loss of anything. It's just a having to rework and change things. So pile number one, what I'm saying here in all of my marijuana metaphors, is that something really lovely has happened for you, something that's really warmed your heart, made you feel contented, made you feel excited, and a new opportunity is around and you are feeling ready to pour yourself into it. Or maybe you have already done these things and that's where you are already at, but fear of what could go wrong, fear of something going wrong and it being far more catastrophic than what it actually will be, is potentially holding you back. But this is a message that what you have, even if it doesn't feel like it's what you wanted it to be or what it started out with, it's still definitely salvageable. It's still something that can be turned into something good. So even if something rough does happen for you, something bad occurs, you are going to be in a position where someone either helps you out, or you realize that you're still in a position to help somebody else out, which can also turn around into good luck in the future. But what you have over here is nowhere near as bad as what you are feeling that it is. You're in a very good position, my beautiful pile number one, in whatever opportunity it is that you have taken up or are planning to take up. So now we'll get, there we go, some cards from the Waite Tarot. Beautiful, the Magician. Yeah, you have the power to create the situation that you want for yourself, and you do not need to fear. You definitely have the skills and the talents and what it takes to be able to turn this venture into something really successful for yourself. You don't need to be frightened. You don't need to be worried about losing resources. That's very funny because I literally thought of this card a split second before I pulled it. the Ten of Swords, and I was thinking it's interesting that it wasn't up here, because this is very much the feeling that I get from you. I think that, like this card said, you have been through a lot to get here, pile number one. For you to have some good luck is not the easiest thing to accept, because you do feel burnt out, and maybe you have been stabbed in the back while you have been going through whatever you've been going through, and that makes it very hard to trust the Hierophant. But I believe that you are becoming an authority in your own right on what it takes to be happy and what you need to do to move through problems. I think that you're extremely resilient, pile number one. I think that's something that you definitely need to hear, is that you are very, very resilient, and you are able to rise back up pretty much from the dead and still see the bright side of things, and that's something to be so proud of as well. So that's another message that was meant for you, pile number one, is that you are someone who is able to continuously keep trying again, putting one foot in front of the other, being positive, and you ought to be commended for that, because I really do get the sense that you have not had the easiest ride up until this point, and it's been really difficult and really unfair. Beautiful, the Ace of Wands. But new inspiration is coming in, new ideas, new energy, might even be somebody new that comes into your life and really shows you some new ways of doing things, opens up new doors. There's going to be a lot of new opportunity coming in, and this reading very much feels to me like it's saying don't be afraid of all of these new beginnings, all of these wonderful new things that you have actually manifested in by being as strong as you have been, and by being resilient, by continuing to be positive even when it's been really hard and you're anxious and you're fearful. Absolutely gorgeous. The Ace of Swords. New ways of thinking, new ways of communicating, new ways of looking at the world. So pile number one, I definitely think whatever difficult phase you have been in, you are going to move out of it if you haven't already begun doing so. And I really feel that you are going to really start looking at things very differently. You're going to start opening up to the idea that you can be happy without everything coming down around you. And I feel like when you do start facing some obstacles, because things obviously can't be wonderful all the time, you are going to be able to get around them. You're not going to feel like you're at the end of your tether. Whatever feelings of burnout you may have already been experiencing because of whatever you've gone through before, now those are going to start to subside. And they also have, like, how can I say, you've learned a lot from what you have done to yourself, what you have put yourself through in terms of worrying, stressing, giving into the anxiety, being up all night, not being able to sleep, not being able to see what you still have in front of you when things have been tough. I feel that you have worked through all of that. You've worked very, very hard to move through that, and you're at the stages now where you're just trying to work on letting go of the residual anxiety that, like, I feel that you can very much see all of the good that you have in your life, but it's that residual anxiety, which is simply fear that things may not go well if you let go of the fear. And now, through how burnt out you've been, how lifeless you have felt in the past, that has actually helped you to now work through all of that to get to a much better situation where you are now an authority in your own life on what you need to do to be able to keep going. I think no matter how hard things get and how many times you do get knocked down, you are someone who will eventually rise back up. Even sometimes it takes some more time than others. You do keep a positive mindset overall. You do keep your hope, and you are a magician, and you do have a way of being able to work things out so as you basically keep coming back from the dead, to the point that, as I said, you are now an authority in your own life on how to do that for yourself. And I think your message is that you're being called to do that now, to be able to just focus on the positive and everything you've brought in, and know that things are going to be okay. There are new opportunities coming in with both of these cards here, and you will have the ability to clearly communicate what your needs are to whoever you need to do that to, and to be able to speak your mind, speak your truth, do so comfortably. So now we're going to finish off your reading with the Rose Pocket Oracle to get a couple more messages for my beautiful pile number ones. What message was meant to find them? But you have a lot to be happy about, and now it's time to relax and release that. The wild rose, do it your way, free yourself, unique. Yeah, you guys know where you're headed. You know what you're doing. You know, as I said, you're the authority in your own life now. You know the road to take, even with the full card, stepping into the unknown. You know that you are able to be out of your comfort zone and you will survive it. You know that you can go through these really tough times and you will survive it. But you are starting to learn to see what you have and not to catastrophize, not to think, okay, well, this is what I've got and this isn't good enough. And maybe you're someone who is a super perfectionist, and so you're really worried that you're not doing well enough in something. You are not achieving. You are not getting the results that you really wanted to get. This reading is a definite sign that that's not the case, and that whatever you're doing that isn't perfect is also still really good. It's still sometimes good enough is good enough, and you don't need to be perfect at everything in order to be able to sit back and be contented with the way that things are. And we have the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, time eases. Yeah, so I very much feel heart healing. This is what I said. You've been spending some time healing your heart, even healing your nervous system, trying to overcome catastrophic thinking and worries that you've had, getting on top of your emotion. And time eases. I feel that you are starting to get to that place now because you have been working on this, and time is easing any of this pain that you have experienced before. And finally, and I love this so much, rapture, sensuality, love, romance, and pleasure. So guys, that makes sense here also with the Nine of Cups. A lot of new emotion around. So as I said, maybe you have met someone recently and things are going really, really well with them. Maybe you are finding that your relationship is really improving and is becoming much better and much healthier, or you are just finding that your relationship with yourself is improving and you are getting better at seeing the good in things, not focusing on the bad or the worries of what could possibly go wrong, and are just allowing yourself to enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment, enjoy the contentment, knowing that yes, there will be stumblings and obstacles and things that will get in your way, but you are going to be able to overcome that. You're in a position to be generous. You have people around you that are generous. You will find new opportunities because you are the magician, so you will be able to create new opportunities when it seems like there are none, and you are going to experience rapture. If you allow yourself to lean into these really good things that are happening for you now, you will experience rapture. And of course, you will experience sad times again because that's just the unfortunate nature of life. But allow yourself to let the happiness in to the point that rapture actually does come into. It's a beautiful experience. It's something you deserve. And it's out there waiting for you as soon as you let go of the last of your worries about perfectionism or things changing in the future. So my pile number one, this all feels really stable, really happy, and I hope that it resonated. If it did, please hit the like button, comment if you'd like to share how it did resonate, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so, so much if you have. I might see you in another pile, or I'll see you in another reading. Hello there, my pile number two. If you chose this card, the Ace of Pipes, then you are my pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So I'm just going to jump straight to the book for this one, just to make sure that I read it correctly. Ace of Pipes, upright. The Ace of Pipes is a strong, positive force, announcing good things and predicting the birth of new ideas or opportunities that can bring with them new clarity and perspective. There's a change coming, and it's coming fast. Keep expanding your mind and stay open to new echelons of your own mind's eye. So yeah, Suit of Pipes is the element of air, which would be swords. So guys, lots of new inspiration on its way in for you. It looks like maybe you've been stuck in a bit of a stagnant kind of situation and things. That one really wanted to come out straight away. King of Pipes, very interesting. Okay, yeah, maybe you've been really stuck for a while, and that is going to be shaken up and changed, especially with the King of Pipes there. And beautiful, the King of Buds. And your pile really wants to talk to me, beautiful pile number two. These cards are just flipping out like crazy and letting me know exactly which ones want to come. Beautiful, the Three of Bongs. Yeah, this is all good news. This is all wonderful, wonderful news. And here comes the dog, I think, so you might get some flappy background noise in your reading pile number 2. I will do what I can to avoid it. One more card. What message is meant for my beautiful pile number 2s? There we go. Wow, the Page of Joints. Guys, I could not have kicked off with a better reading. You have got some really, really good times ahead. So I don't know if maybe you're starting a new business, if you're going into some sort of new project, putting yourself out there in some sort of way, but all of this is really wonderful news. Whatever you are putting your hand to at the moment, we have got all positives that it is going to work out for you. So we'll read from the book just to get the extra information. But there is nothing... Yes, here we go. Billy in the background. Off you go. I don't know if you guys can hear the snuffling and the walking around. King of Pipes. Behold the King of Pipes, intelligent, authoritative, and just. He is a sign that you are ready to be a leader, even if you aren't ready. Sorry, if you aren't already. Your truth-seeking has paid off, and you've earned the right to be listened to. Stay fair and objective in your perspective. So yeah, maybe you have just come through a bit of a rough time. You've had to really make your voice be heard. Maybe you have stepped up in a work position and you are now in a situation where you've been promoted, but you have done something really, really well and you have shown your authority and people now know that they can trust you and lean on you, and you are seen as very, very well respected, very upstanding, and somebody who has authority over some matters and should be listened to in those situations. And now the King of Buds, the king has it all under control, and his appearance indicates that your financial and material circumstances might be about to take a turn for the better, especially if there has been a promotion, as I said, or even started a new business and maybe now it's really starting to take hold and it's kicking off. Maybe you are starting a YouTube channel and you're really starting to get some traction with the views, or some sort of influencer or social media. Maybe you have written a book even and it has been published and now it's starting to make sales. It could be absolutely anything, but something really good has kicked off for you, pile number 2, and if it hasn't yet, it's just about to. Note that the profusion of growth inside his crown reflects wealth and success, as well as the confidence to pull off your dreams. And this is definitely a celebration card. My gorgeous pile number 2s. Bongs being cups, and the 3 of them being usually 3 women celebrating together. The 3 of Bongs offers up the joys of coming together as friends, as community, in real harmony. Happiness could take the form of a big celebration or a quiet reconnection. This card is your sign to prioritize quality time with loved ones, maybe passing that bong around. And so, yeah, if you've got something new going on in your life, I imagine that you are extremely busy, probably up to the eyeballs. So this is definitely a reminder to take some time out and actually celebrate your achievements and do so with the ones that you love. And then the Page of Joints is Wands. And if I can find the card, here we go, Page of Joints. How whimsical. I did say this deck was whimsical and that's why I wanted to use it. But how whimsical, and fittingly so. The Page of Joints brings its innocence and curiosity to your circumstances. Even a little youthful impulsiveness won't spoil the good news on the horizon. Give in to the spirit of adventure. Yeah, so guys, something new is happening for you. You have been working at it for some time, I feel. I don't think that this is completely out of the blue. I think that whether it is a business, a promotion, a new job, maybe going into a different industry, whatever it is, it's something you've been working really, really hard at, and it's now all starting to come to fruition. And I feel like the message that's meant for you is to enjoy it and to remember to take some time out to actually be really proud of yourself for everything you've achieved, and to celebrate, as I said, with one special person or with a group of people, with your community, whoever you decide to celebrate with. Please do take the time out to celebrate, to be proud of yourself, to focus on what you have actually achieved and how far you've come, and to know that you have the confidence to pull this off, that you are in a position to actually really pull off whatever it is that you have been working towards, and you are going to nail it. So if there's any fears at all around whether or not you're going to be able to do this competently, please know that you definitely are already doing it competently, most likely, but you are definitely going to be able to. So now we'll get some cards from the Rider-Waite to find out what more messages are meant for you. I don't think that that's a grammatically correct sentence. But what other messages are meant for my pile number 2? Why do you always fall on the floor? Perfect, though. Magician. You definitely have the skills and the ability to bring this idea from an idea stage into something that is very real world, very concrete, and is going to be very productive and very prosperous. The world, yeah, you are going to be able to bring something to completion. So if you've had something going on in your mind for a long time, or you have been studying towards something, maybe you have been going to work and then coming home and working on building a prototype for a new invention, for example, something that you have been pouring your time into. The Star, oh my God, guys, this reading couldn't get better. It's beautiful. That's the wish come true card. And also having balance. I feel that you are very, very balanced in the way that you are doing things. You're just being reminded that you maybe need to take some time out to celebrate a little bit and just enjoy what is happening for you. But pile number 2, this is such a beautiful reading. I cannot believe how lovely all your cards are. And now I'm so hoping that the tarot won't be mean and mess it up at the end, because so far this is glorious. And you've got all of these major arcana cards down the bottom too. The Magician, the World, the Star, and then the Court cards at the top. This feels like it's a very life-changing Temperance. Again, beautiful, balance, calm, peacefulness. Got the beautiful sun shining here in the background. The way forward is very, very clear. You are not going to need to stress or worry. Things are going to come together really, really easily for you in this endeavor. And whatever it is that you're putting out there, it's really meant to be out there. It's going to be really well received. And I feel that you are going to be able to keep your balance as well. You're not going to fly off the handle and go partying. You are not going to go out there and do anything crazy. You are going to, if anything, be needing to be reminded that you need to take time out to just celebrate. And the King of Wands, which is also over here, the King of Pipes is the King of Swords, sorry. So we've got 3 different kings. The King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. You absolutely have the confidence to be able to pull off this endeavor, to be able to show whatever it is that you have been working so hard on to the world, and it is going to bring about so much prosperity, so much balance, so many wishes come true, and a completion of something. But whatever it is that you want to bring into this world, pile number 2, I feel like you have the ability to. I feel like your message is that you are far more highly skilled than what you may even realize, and that you have so many gifts to give to the world, so much to offer, and you, I feel, are really growing in yourself personally, in your confidence to be able to show the world exactly who you are and to be able to show off what it is that you can do. And so I'm going to just get another message for you from the Rose Pocket Oracle, asking what message is meant for my pile number 2. But guys, yeah, the cards didn't disappoint me. I was thinking I would probably pull a Death card and a Devil card or something, just because this flow has been so ridiculously positive. But no, we didn't. We pulled 2 more really positive cards. So really good things are coming in for you, pile number 2. That is the main message overall. Really good things are coming in, and you are going to feel glorious. You're going to feel confident. If you have been feeling down on yourself and that's something that you have been working on, it's been worthwhile, because it's really going to start to kick in for you now. Okay. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, and destiny. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely perfect. Yeah, something is unfolding for you right now in exactly the way that it's supposed to, and it's so beautiful. It is so wonderful. I can hear Donald Trump in my head. I can't do his accent, but I can hear him saying, it's the most beautiful plan ever. This was a plan that was destined. Okay, sorry guys, that's all I can do with Trump. But yeah, something really special and wonderful is about to unfold for you, and I feel like it's something you have worked so hard on. You have poured so much of yourself into, and this is absolute confirmation that you have been doing the right thing all of this time. This is something that is meant to be, and it's going to unfold beautifully for you. The Sacred Union, beloved within, and relationships. Gorgeous. So yeah, I feel like even your relationships at this point in time are going to go really well. Even here with this celebration card, celebrating with friends. I feel like you've got a lot of love and a lot of support. People really care about you and they genuinely want to see you do well as well. I feel like you've had a really lovely cheer squad this whole time cheering you on towards whatever wonderful thing this is. And lastly, the child within. Inner mother, innocence, and tenderness. So yeah, I feel like that's just a last little reminder. Like, this card is up here to actually really show yourself a lot of love, pile number 2. Don't be so busy that you can't take a step back and be really kind to yourself and just marvel at how far you've come, how much you've achieved, what you have managed to create, and take that time to feel really, really proud of yourself, because whatever it is that you have created here, it's absolutely beautiful and it's going to bring about a lot of light, a lot of happiness, completion of something, a lot of balance. So guys, I really hope that resonated. If it did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for those of you who have and that are watching the videos, and share if you think it'll resonate. Comment if you would like to let me know how it did, and I might see you in another pile, or I might see you in another reading. Hello there, my pile number 3. If you chose the Knight of Pipes, then you are my pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you can hear some snuffling or moving around or weird sounds in the background, Billy is in the room with us, so I do apologise for any distracting background noise. The suit of pipes is the suit of swords, and I'm going to read from the book straight away to find out what is the beginning of this message that was meant for you. The Knight of Pipes is on a mission, highly motivated, ambitious, daring. However, he can also be a harbinger of tumultuous times ahead, but suggests you have the sheer fortitude, energy, and singleness of purpose to achieve your goals. Like the bullet pipe itself, this card calls for just enough smoke to keep you focused and not enough to make you lose your sight. Okay, very interesting. So you've got some new things going on, and you have had some old things going on, difficulties and whatnot, but you definitely have shown enough resilience to be able to come through them. Pile number 1 or even potentially pile number 2 might resonate, so if they do, go back and have a little look, but only if you feel the need to, or if you feel the call to. We're going to get some more from the pot tarot to find out what message is meant for you. Okay, the 6 of pipes. So that's the 6 of swords, which is usually moving away from something. This looks like it's been posted out to the person, or they're getting ready to post the pipes to somebody else. But maybe you are moving out of a situation that has been rough and into better times, my beautiful pile number 3. Yeah, the 8 of pipes walking away. The 8 of bongs. All the bongs walking away. So there has been something that you've been dealing with that has been quite rough, and you are now letting that go and freeing yourself of it and finding that you're moving into a better direction. You have moved past the phase of trying to hold on to what it is that you know is not good for you, and you're at the point now where walking away definitely feels like the better option, and you are wanting to bring in something new. Gorgeous. Number 6 of buds, so all about generosity and sharing, finding people that are generous, being generous to others. You're moving into a much better space, pile number 3. So if you haven't already, please know that you are about to, but I feel like you will know that you're ready to walk away from things. And the 7 of joints, very interesting. And I have no idea what that means in this deck. So guys, I'm going to read from the book to get you some more information on what message is meant for you. But you are definitely moving on to better things. That much is very, very clear to me. So we have the 6 of pipes. Where is pipes? Here we go. 6 of pipes. It is a time of transition, and you are no stranger to taking trips to unknown destinations. So very reflective of what this card over here said too. Sometimes a fresh start is the only option. Rest assured, the universe rewards forward progress. Yeah, so you already know that with this 8 of bongs here. You're already starting to move away from a situation. You're very aware that moving away from something is actually just going to allow room for something new to come in, and you are quite comfortable with moving on. So whatever you've experienced, you're over it now, pile number 3. You're done. You're ready for a new beginning. The Eight of Bongs is a harbinger of transition. So again, transition and transition and transition again. You are definitely changing something in your life, something quite big. So maybe you've left a job, maybe you've left a relationship, maybe you have left a living situation. But this is something that you have definitely decided that you are completely done with. Ushering in the need to let go and move on. That boredom and restlessness you've been feeling is a sign, but dramatic exits aren't your style. Timing is everything. You'll know when to leave, whether it's a project, a situation, or a relationship. Yeah, and I feel that you're already aware that it's time to leave. If you haven't upped and left yet, I think it's because, as this card is saying, you are working on the timing and making sure that everything lands in the best possible way that it can. I feel that you're not wanting to go around and disrupt things. You are just transitioning into something new. You just know that it's time for you to move on and to do something different and to change whatever it is that has been bringing you down. So the Six of Buds represents impending generosity, but whose? Is the stash in the open jar yours to share or yours to enjoy? You may be at either the giving or receiving end of a gift or resource. Think beyond money. Perhaps your wealth lies in time and energy. Whichever side of the transaction you fall on, this is about being in community with others and living in the spirit of cooperation, like every good token knows. So yeah, I feel that maybe even if you're leaving a relationship, you're working out what to take and what to leave your ex-partner with so that you are being generous to them, and that you are not taking more than your fair share. I feel like whatever you're leaving behind, you're going to leave it with a lot of good grace and a lot of good feeling and a lot of good energy. You're not wanting, as I said, to disrupt things. You're not wanting to hurt anything or anybody. You're just wanting to move on and be peaceful and live an easy life, for the want of a better word, just wanting to be free of something, wanting to bring in new opportunities and be able to move in a new direction. I feel that you really want your freedom from a situation and you are so ready to move on. You have transitioned, pile number 3. You have done a lot of growing, a lot of changing, and now you're ready for your life to reflect where you're at spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. And now with the 7 of Joints. Courage, mon ami? Yes, hurdles lie ahead, but so does success. Stay brave, stand tall, fight for what's right, and for those without voices. You may be called upon to defend and protect others in addition to yourself. So yeah, as you are leaving, it may not be as simple as what you are hoping for. You are looking very much for a smooth transition out of a situation, and that you may come up against some obstacles, and this is where you may be called to be generous even with your time and your nature. If you're leaving someone and they're struggling with you going, maybe you'll need to take that time to be kind to them, to explain how you're feeling and why you're moving on. It could be literally that you do need to allow them to take some things, some physical things, monetary things, whatever it might be, to just settle whatever scores you need to settle, but to be able to leave standing tall and upright with your integrity, knowing that you did the right thing and you didn't harm anybody on your way out the door. So pile number 3, there's big changes coming in for you and you're absolutely ready for them. And you are feeling confident. You are feeling as though you know where you're at and what you're doing for the right choices. You're making the right decisions and the right choices that are right for you and are the healthiest for everybody around you as well. So now we'll get some more information about what message is meant for my pile number 3 with the Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, 4 of Swords, needing rest. Yeah, I feel that you have been focused for a really long time on trying to make this transition come about, trying to get yourself into a headspace of knowing exactly what you want. And I feel that you have spent a lot of time meditating on this as well. And that doesn't necessarily mean sitting there with your eyes closed and your legs crossed saying Om. It just means that you have spent a lot of time focused on what is best for you, on what direction you should take, on what you need to leave behind, on what you want to bring in for yourself. King of Cups, yeah, being very, very balanced in your emotions. Pile number 3, I feel that you are very aware of what you're feeling and what you're thinking at this point in time. And this is very much a message to say that you are on the right path. And even if that path is a bit difficult to see here with the moon, you're not exactly sure what you are moving into. I think these 3 cards all mention something about the transitions that you're making being into the unknown. I feel that you are feeling very calm in yourself, that you are doing the right thing and going in the right direction, and it is going to lead to an abundance of new opportunities for you. To the point that maybe you even have an abundance of new opportunities right now, and you're at the point that you feel that you don't know which direction to go in and you're not sure which thing to pick. But allow yourself in this moon energy where you don't know exactly what is coming up for you to just focus on what it is that you want to bring in for yourself. Pile number 4. Oh, beautiful. And to finish it off, the King of Wands. So having a lot of authority, having a lot of power, being very, very inspirational, being, thank you, Billy, for your groan in the background. Being very, very generous, kind, wise, and having a lot of really great ideas and the ability to really carry them out. You are going to be able to create so much once you have completed this transition and moved on from the thing that you feel at this point in time is holding you back. And I feel like if you're in this pile, you will definitely know exactly what that thing is. You will know what it is that you're moving away from, whatever the situation may be. So now, just to finish you off, we are going to grab some cards from the Rose Oracle deck to find out what message is meant for my pile number 3. What else does Spirit want you to know right now in this time of transition for you, where everything is changing, but it's going all in the direction that you wanted it to? And even where it's unknown, you just know in yourself that it is going to be something good. The Mother Rose, returning to each other and compassion. Very, very interesting. So maybe you are even moving in the direction of a relationship. Maybe that is something that is coming into your life and you're moving out of being single and by yourself and you are starting to couple with someone. That's quite possible, my beautiful pile number 3. Maybe this beautiful new situation that's coming in but is very unknown is actually love and someone new coming in for you, and you're moving out of singledom or the dating life. That could very much be the case. If that resonates, if not, I think it's just you knowing that you need to be really compassionate toward yourself during this time of transition. All right, you're 2 and I want 1. We are nature, grounded, embodiment, and connection. Yeah, I feel that you are the embodiment of being grounded and connection at this point in time, number 3. I feel that you really know where you are at, even if you don't yet know exactly where you are going. I think that you feel very comfortable in yourself and these transitions that are taking place and whatever you have gone through and are going through now in order to get to the place you want to be. You're feeling very, very comfortable and confident in that. And the Rose of Venus, flow, harmony, and right relationship. So yeah, if someone is coming in, I feel that this is a really good sign that this is a person that you're meant to be with in this transition, is going to be really lovely and exciting and really comfortable. And if you are moving out of a relationship, I feel that this is opening the door for the right relationship to come in when the time is right. But yeah, something is going to happen for you guys that is going to be really beautiful. It's going to open up a lot of new opportunities. You are going to feel a real sense of excitement, and you are able to move out of and away from whatever you are leaving behind, knowing that you can stand tall. You have truth and integrity on your side. You are doing a really good job pile number 3. And I think overall that is what message is meant for you. You are doing an amazing job. Stand tall. Feel confident like a king. You are definitely presiding over your life in a really positive way right now, and you deserve to be really proud of yourself. You have spent a lot of time meditating on what is best for you and for those around you, and you are generous, you are kind, you have people around you that also mirror that energy, and you are doing really well. So keep on going, pile number 3. So if that resonated, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. Comment if you would like me to know how the reading resonated, and share if you think it might resonate with someone else. So I think that's all. I might see you in another pile, or I might see you in another reading.